Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 8 previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. It'll take place in Minnesota, and these two division rivals headed in two different directions. Minnesota comes in with just one win on the season, and Green Bay comes in after starting 1-2, now sit at 5-2 on top of the division. And Minnesota, obviously, judging from what we saw on Monday Night Football against the Giants, Josh Freeman's just not ready to play right now. I don't think that's going to keep them from playing him, however, because they are paying him $3 million for the rest of this year. They want to see what he has so they can head into the offseason with a defined plan at the quarterback position. If you listen to this channel, you know I was not high on Ponder before the season or Josh Freeman when he was in Tampa. So I still don't think the quarterback for the 2014 Vikings is on the roster. But if they need to see more from Josh Freeman, I think they'll do that here. They'll give him a chance to get up to speed on the offense at least before making probably a judgment on this. He threw 33 incomplete passes on Monday night. We'll see how he plays against the Green Bay pass defense that does allow 267 yards a game. But you have to remember, it's a big stretch to go from where Josh Freeman was on Monday night to being a productive passer just a week later. And a short week at that, because the Vikings played on Monday night. And, in years past, when the Vikings were playing Green Bay, I would say, maybe if they can get Peterson going, they could keep the game close. Well, Green Bay's defense is different this year, guys. They only give up 79 yards a game on the ground, well under 4 yards a carry. So, this whole Adrian Peterson can just be Superman. When he's facing 8-9 man boxes, like he faced the times against the Giants the other night, because Josh Freeman was so inept, it's going to be tough sledding for AP here heading into the last half of the season. We'll see how that unfolds. Green Bay going through some injury concerns of their own with the Jermichael Finley incident from last week to go on top of Randall Cobb. And certainly James Jones as well. But, you had Boykin step up and do a nice job. You still have Jordy Nelson in the mix. We'll see how Jermichael Finley was actually in the ICU at one point here. So we'll monitor his situation. But the thing is, with this Minnesota defense, Green Bay can either run the ball or pass the ball. This Minnesota defense doesn't pose too much of a threat. It's not like they play better at home. They're a pretty awful unit all the way around, especially in the secondary. And Green Bay did a pretty nice job given those injuries last weekend in the passing game. So, I look for Minnesota to be pretty much up against it until Josh Freeman gets up to speed with this offense. And even when he gets up to speed, I don't think he's that great anyway. So, it was a puzzling move not for the Vikings to pick Josh Freeman up, but to pay him the $3 million and now almost be forced to play him exclusively. And to pretty much obviously give up on Christian Ponder at this point. And Matt Castle was just a stopgap anyway. But that whole organization's in a state of flux. I think how Josh Freeman plays the rest of the year is going to influence whether Leslie Frazier comes back and obviously whether Freeman has a job with the Vikings next year. And those veterans are just pretty much relegated to sitting there and hoping Freeman can pull magic out of a hat. If not, they're going to be victims of a team that is just not prepared to win this season when they had playoff aspirations coming in. So a mess in Minnesota. Green Bay, on the other hand, fighting through injuries, playing well this year. I like Green Bay -10 on the road. I know it's a lot of points, but Minnesota was atrocious the other night. And I don't think the Giants even exposed their secondary for how bad it actually is. I expect Rodgers to do that. So Green Bay -10. Let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at @SNewsAnalysis. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I preview and recap every game every week, and I'm always talking the news of the day in the NFL. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening, and have a great night.